Hey guys, we're here at Rapid, and what I want to go over today is a mobility routine that you guys can do if you want to get a little extra work in, but also this could easily be a pre-lift, post-lift, post-workout routine to help us knock out some of our mobility stuff if we have some limitations or if we're tight in certain areas, stuff we can do to tackle that. The first one that I'd like to set up here, we're going to do a hip flexor mobilization, couch stretch, whatever it is that you like to call it. So if I sit up here, we're going to get up against this wall. I'm going to move myself into a half kneeling position now. Set yourself up however you have to, right? What we want is this back foot is going to start up on the wall, okay? I want a straight line here from my shoulder through my hip, through my knee to make sure that we're maintaining good torso position and we don't end up getting really extended as I try to find a way to get that hip flexor stretch. So I have my straight line. From here, I'm gonna reach forward so I can maintain my torso position. I'm gonna squeeze my butt and I'll get a little bit of a deeper stretch, and all I wanna do is hold. So from here, a little forward reach and big deep breaths. I'm gonna get an inhale and a nice soft, easy exhale. I wanna hold that one for roughly 4 to 5 breaths on each side, and we could repeat this a couple times if we'd like. All right, the next one we have here is a adductor rock back, half knee adductor stretch, whatever it is that you guys would like to call that. Adductor, the inside part muscle group on the legs, is very important as for baseball so we can achieve stride length positions. So from here, I'm gonna set up all fours. I want my hands under my shoulders and my knees to stay under my hips, and I'm gonna take one leg and we're gonna kick it straight to the side so I have a straight line from my knee to my toe. From here, I want to maintain my torso position, and I am going to push as I reach my butt back behind me, trying to sit my butt to my heel, and now I'm going to feel some more intense stretch in that same adductor area. I'm gonna hold for about 2 seconds, rock back to the top, and then again, repeat, pushing back, reaching the butt, hold 1, 2, and then back up here. I wanna do 6 to 8 reps per leg. Okay, so now we want to go into some toe touch progressions here to get some more true length at the hamstrings. We're going to go through 3 different positions right here, but the same theory or the same thoughts apply on how we're trying to achieve the depth within that hamstring stretch. So the first one we're going to go here, I'm going to go heels up. You guys could use, it could be a textbook at home, whatever you have that can elevate your feet just a couple of inches. We're going to take, this is just a little towel folded up. You could also take a pillow and fold it in half. Nothing that's too wide. We'd like to maintain a straight line from the hip down through the knee. So I'm gonna place this just above my knees. And what I want to ensure that I'm getting on a toe touch is a hip shift. I want posterior displacement in my hips and a rounding moment at my lower back. So when I'm here, I'm gonna let all my air out, and then on the way down to assist the stretch, hip shift, and we will inhale. You can see my hips have shifted back from the starting position, and I'm allowing myself to get flexion at my lumbar spine. Again, inhaling on the way down as I reach for my toes. We're gonna do 10 reps in that position, and then we'll change the next one. Now we're gonna hit it back here. Now we're gonna go our toes elevated to work just different lines of pull the hamstring, and then same thing, letting all my air out, and a big inhale as I get my hip shift backward, letting my low back round over to help me achieve my hammy stretch. Okay, we're gonna get another 10 reps right there, and then the last one, we're gonna get rid of the elevation, same thing, and straight down to the ground. So now my feet are flat. I wanna feel my weight centered through the middle of my foot, posterior hip shift, inhaling on the way down, letting the low back round over to get you to the bottom. All right, so the last one that we got here is a band assisted single leg lowering. You guys could use a band, you could use a rope. I would say a lot of you baseball guys probably have J bands. You could wrap that around and help pull down too. So what we're looking for here, I'm gonna take this band, I'm gonna put it right under the middle of my foot on the bottom. I'm gonna roll myself backward. Both feet are coming up into the air. I'm gonna slightly pull down. It doesn't have to be very aggressive. And I want my toes coming down toward me. From here, I am going to reach as I maintain the position on the banded leg. So from here, let's get an inhale as we reach down. Toes are staying pulled back. We're gonna hold for a second or two and a soft exhale back up to the top. Again, maintaining this position. Now, if we don't have this hamstring length, maybe we're gonna start here. The most important thing is that we're keeping this leg as straight as we can. And I'm going to, again, have an easy inhale. On the way down, I'm feeling a ton of hamstring stretch in my right leg. We're gonna hold for 2 seconds and soft exhale. On the way up, I wanna go through and hit roughly 6 to 8 on each leg. All right, another one that we'd like to go through here for our throwing athletes, it requires us to have a lot of mobility throughout our thoracic spine or our T-spine. So what we want to do here is just a nice and simple split squat with some T-spine rotation. There are a couple checkpoints on how we'd like to set up and make sure that the lower body position looks like. So I'm going to get into a split stance. So I'm going to drop 1 foot back, and I'd like to have 60 to 70% of the weight on this front leg, okay? I'm going to reach my arms forward. I'm going to drop into my split squat, and we can sit all the way to the bottom, the knee can touch the ground. Now, as I'm about to go through my T-spine rotation, it's very important that my front foot stays firm and flat on the ground, and I maintain a straight line from my knee through my hip the whole entire time. So when I reach over, I'm coming up like I'm drawing around a clock. I like my hand to turn as I get to 12 o'clock, and I open my chest so I can assist in getting more rotation, trying to get a straight line fingertip to fingertip. If you'd like, you can swing it back over, or from here we can just swing it back around and reset. This position, sometimes we will get here. Now, we want to shoot for something twofold. As we get T-spine rotation, I want to load a hip, which would be for a pitcher, leg lift. As you're getting separated, you're loading your back hip, so we're gonna work on that component here. Foot stays flat, I'm gonna reach. I'm gonna give myself a big inhale to help me turn. Stop right there and reset to the next one. Let's go roughly 6 to 8 on each side.